Located in the rolling Somerset Hills less than 2 hours outside of London, the city of Bath is stepping into a postcard from the past, only it's indeed very real, very lively, and completely captivating. One of those cities that can be quaint and regal at the same time. It doesn't matter what you're interested in, history, architecture, or just taking leisurely strolls down lovely streets. Bath will leave you gasping in the best way possible. Bath's history stretches far back before the Romans marched in to occupy the city. Archaeologists tell us that humans lived in the region dating back to 8000 BC, but the pivotal moment was reached in 60-70 AD with the construction of the legendary Aquae Sulis, the opulent hot spring spa complex that surrounded the city's natural hot springs. These hot geothermal waters, gurgling up from the depths of the earth, have been attracting visitors over 2 millennia. Today, the original Roman baths remain in existence, lovingly preserved and on public display. You can almost hear the rustle of togas against stone and the waft of the incense of past rituals walking among the steam-filled ruins. You can't bathe here in the original Roman baths themselves any longer, but you can go to the nearby Thermae Bath Spa, where the same therapeutic waters supply a magnificent rooftop pool with views over the city. Once the Romans disappeared into the mists of time, Bath remained dormant for hundreds of years, but the 18th century marked a dramatic resurgence. Bath was the playground of high society during the Georgians. Picture powdered wigs and Jane Austen and lavish ballrooms. This period bequeathed to Bath its most famous architectural heritage, sweeping crescents, immaculately proportioned townhouses, and elegant limestone exteriors called Bath stone. If you can only visit one of the area's great architectural wonders, do it in the case of the Royal Crescent. This sweeping row of 30 houses on immaculately manicured grass is the architectural version of a perfectly harmonious symphony. It is lovely outside, but if you're interested in seeing what life was really like in the days of the Georgians, No. 1 Royal Crescent is an 18-bedroomed museum with authentic Georgian interior. And speaking of Austen, yes, she did reside here. No, she didn't adore it. At least not always. Her experience in Bath is used in parts of Northanger Abbey and Persuasion, and the city celebrates the association with a quaint Jane Austen center. Regency-dressed staff will show you through her life and era, and in September, the city hosts the Jane Austen Festival, where individuals from all over the globe put on bonnets and waistcoats and take to the streets, dressed in the full-period regalia. Bath Abbey. Soaring Gothic arches, intricate fan-vaulted ceilings, and centuries of history. Climb the tower for panoramic views of the city. Pulteney Bridge. One of the only bridges in the entire globe to be lined with shops, it's a photographer's darling that appears to be transported from Venice. Sally Lunn's historic eating house. Supposedly the oldest house in Bath, dating from about 1482, it also boasts the legendary Sally Lunn bun, half bread, half cake, and all deliciousness. Holborn Museum. Situated in a lovely Georgian building at the end of Great Pulteney Street, is where architecture and art converge. Added bonus, the gardens in the back of it are a great spot to picnic. Victoria Art Gallery. Art enthusiasts will love the lesser-known gallery that features everyone from Turner to 20th century pictorial artists. Bath is not all about stone and heritage, it is also delightfully green. Prior Park Landscape Garden, with its renowned Palladian Bridge, has sweeping views of the city and is a tranquil oasis away from the tourist paths. Sydney Gardens, much loved by Jane Austen, and the botanical gardens and miniature golf of Royal Victoria Park should not be missed. If you're game to go walking with a payoff, do the Bath Skyline Walk. It's a 6-mile trail with woodlands, grasslands, and some of the finest views you'll get of the city below. The center of Bath is filled with unique boutiques, quaint cafes, handcrafted chocolate shops, and quaint bookstores. Don't miss Mr. B's Emporium of Reading Delights, a bookshop that is just as whimsical and wonderful as its name. Cuisine ranges from refined afternoon teas to contemporary British food. For seafood lovers, there's scallop shell, which is a favorite among the locals, And there's sophisticated veggie food to be had at Acorn in a stunning setting. For a snappy bite to eat, take some of that delicious fudge from the Fudge Kitchen or a pasty from the Cornish Bakery and sit down in a nearby spot to take in the street performers and the vibe. Bath is really easy to get to, only 90 minutes from London Paddington by train and also well served by road. The city is neat and walkable and beautifully hilly in the center. If you do come by car, park out of town and walk in. Or even better, come in by train and allow the charm of the cobbled and winding roads to take you in. Bath is more than a city, it's a living, breathing time capsule in which ancient spas converge with Georgian sophistication, and the past exists forever in the here and now. It's somewhere you can pass a day or a week imbibing beauty in all its literal and figurative forms. Whether you're gazing in admiration at Roman engineering, drinking tea in a Georgian tea room, or seeing the setting sun over golden-hued terraces, Bath enfolds itself about your senses and stays with you long after you're gone.